Hello, fellow filmophiles. Are you frequenting the media platforms looking for that next special podcast that'll get you in the mood or find you the right movie to watch for your special night? Well, guess what? You should check out Torn Reels with Andy as the host and his brother Sean as the co host. You can never go wrong with whatever subject they bring up next. Wake up, bitches. It's Monday.
Why do you always sound surprised because we moved the recording date?
Dog, it was just for the intro. That's my bad.
Like, it's Monday.
It's just Monday. So, this is the only podcast that actually listens to the songs. I'm your host, Aaron.
I'm Sean. Confused by that tagline. Oh, I got it. No, I'm sorry. Go. I'm sorry.
I was like,
I'm sorry.
I was like, my guy.
I got it. Go
So,
ahead.
if you didn't catch the tagline, today's episode is going to be a fantastic one for sure, because we were sitting in the car and we had a conversation about a few things, like the songs that say one thing and mean the other. And for example, I'm going to give it to you.
Because we'd already done
Yeah,
it before. Part two.
So like Puff the Magic Dragon was one of them that we talked about. And we're like, why do people think like, or why do people add them to like their trends and stuff like that? Sean, you had a very fucking phenomenal example that had me cracking up. What was that?
The one that recently came back up into my feed is I started watching these videos where they had songs obviously that were inappropriate to the theme or setting or whatever. One of them was a band that I have now become obsessed with because of this stupid fucking trend. Was Ghost. They have a song.
That's right.
Yep. They have a song called Mariana Cross. Most people in TikTok think it says Mariana Cross. So they think that he's talking about like a loved one or something like that. In reality, the singer of Ghost, Tobias, is actually singing about either Mary Magdalene or the Virgin Mary and how he's going to tickle her internally and all that stuff.
I'm going to leave it there for y'all to decipher that.
So it's actually an incredibly blasphemous song. And these people are putting it to couple photos of them kissing, of them holding hands, of them celebrating their fucking anniversary, you know, all that stuff. And I'm over here sitting there. I'm like, oh, they didn't listen to the song at all.
They listened to the actual vocal or the actual chorus of the song.
Yeah, because he sounds peaceful.
It sounds peaceful. Ghost is one of those bands that trip you up because they sound like an 80s power band.
Almost like a pop band in a way.
They sound like a glam metal band almost, right? Like an 80s glam.
Yeah, I would say something like that. Like they have the synths, but they also have like the guitars, and
Okay, I'd say
it's
like
still
synth
heavy,
metal.
but also
Synth metal.
yeah, something like that.
Let's
Something like
drop
that. It's like equivalent to like what Depeche Mode would be, kind of in a way, in a very rough way. I feel like Ghost is a lot harder, but a lot of people are thinking that he's talking about a loved one and everything, so they put that on their trend. So one of the funniest ones that I saw was a couple getting married in a big ass church, like one of them cathedral churches, like one of them bell ringers, the Notre Dame's type shit, right? And they're right in the middle of it, and the song is playing at full fucking blossom, and in the background is just a fucking crucifix of Jesus Christ, and I'm like, oh man, they don't realize it. And then it pans out to the audience, and you see all the elderly people just like, oh, you're like, oh, they listened to the lyrics, they heard the lyrics, they
know exactly what's going on.
They know what's going on. I mean, obviously, every song has different layers, but that was one of the funny ones.
Absolutely.
What was the one that you had?
Some of my favorites were Summer of '69. You haven't heard the song, and I know because I told you about it, and you're like, I haven't heard it. But it was a song that came out, and the actual guy who made the song, the actual artist, was like, no, it actually doesn't have anything to do with like actual like 1969. It's like there's some truths in there, like that's when I got my like guitar, and that's when my fingers bled from practice. He's like, but really it's more about sex in the summertime, and the 69 is the sex position.
Deep throwing it the right way.
And so people are sitting there thinking that it's like this romantic song about these memories these fond memories he had, about the summer of 1969. It's like, nah, dude.
And he straight up shafting this girl in the throat.
Yeah. Yeah, he's straight up fucking taking them to Pound Town all year.
Bro, them hips and them butt clenches every fucking thrust.
He said, I don't care if you got cancer. I'll pull your hair with a plunger.
Fucking sound like Steve from American Dad.
You grunt like Hungarian lesbian.
You grunt like Hungarian lesbian. I hate you. Oh my god. To all the Hungarians out there, moan differently, dog. But so summer of '69. You know which one I like? What is it? It was one that you brought up, but I'm gonna totally take the credit for it because I know about it too. Is the Bruce Springsteen song,
You
Born
bitch.
in the USA?
You bitch. Oh, okay. Okay. First of all, not a huge Bruce Springsteen fan. Not because I don't listen to him, just because I just never had the opportunity, or I just never took the time. Nothing against the guy personally, but when I heard about Born in the USA, I heard everybody's heard the song Born in the USA. Like,
people think it's all patriotic. You hear it every 4th of July. 4th of July coming up. Guess what we're gonna hear? That song.
And you want to know what the best part about it is? It is the antithesis of patriotism, dog.
Yeah. It's basically mocking Americans of how we treated our Vietnam War vets.
And they right.
It's like, hey, you're a piece of shit. It was more like that. But that song, what is it? My brother's over here, coincidentally on the floor of the studio. Anyway, he's showing me the signal for Jump. And we actually talked about that in the first podcast. That Jump was actually about suicide.
Right.
The semi-charmed kind of life. That's also one on the first podcast that we talked about that.
We've talked about a few of them, and what I mean by this is that you get them on like actual you get them on like videos, or you get them on trends of people doing the exact opposite of what the song's about. There's one that you're gonna love because it's by Green Day. It's Good Riddance.
Mm-hmm.
Good Riddance. And people use it for their proms. They use it for like their videos of like them getting with their girl, or like going off to work and coming back.
Another
like,
turning point of forks again the run. I'm sorry.
And then all of a sudden, no, that's pretty much it. Yeah,
that's how it sounds. I think I did it pretty spot on.
And then the other part of that comes in, and this is the part that fucking makes it hilarious. It's about his breakup because his girlfriend's moving to Ecuador, and he took it badly.
He actually fucked another girl during that song too.
Yeah.
So that was also part of it.
Imagine, maybe he didn't. I mean, she took it pretty badly too, I guess.
She took it like summer of '69, motherfucker.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That butt clenched thrust. I'm
saying, dude, that's the fucking funniest part, because you see them, and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm just so like, I love this person, and this is the song Good Riddance." It's like the title says Good Riddance. Like, if you've not
riddance.
Like. You're listening to the fucking song, right? You need to just read the fucking title.
Yeah,
you didn't even need to read the fucking lyrics. The title says "Good Riddance." That's code for get the fuck out.
Another one that gets me is the song. What is it? Is it Your Love by The Outfield?
Oh my god,
bro!
And we brought that one up on the last podcast too.
Wait, did I?
Yeah,
did I?
yeah,
bro, that shit's so funny.
Oh my god,
my god! So many people think it's like a couple song, and it's like he's cheating on her. Josie's on vacation far away, my guy. Like, bro, where are you going?
It's these songs that people are like, oh, it's all about romance. It's all about romance. Like, Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Oh my god, that's like PTSD for Andy. How many times did you have to hear that, Andy? 76.
Do you know what that song's actually from? Do you know what that song's actually about?
What?
Fucking vampire love. That's what it is. The guy who was writing it for his Broadway play that was Nosferatu. And so Total Eclipse of the Heart was one of those songs that didn't do well, that just kind of got rebutted. Or not rebutted, or redone. It was for that. Yeah, it was for Nosferatu, the Broadway play.
Hilarious.
And I could have been reading the wrong fucking article on this too, but like, he's like, yeah, it's all about love and darkness. That's why it's a total eclipse of the heart.
Bro, that's so funny. Like, even to attach it, and I'm gonna kind of go a little semi off topic. No, actually, no. I'll stay on topic. Like a lot of these, what is it? Like a lot of these commercials and stuff. Like they're putting on like Twisted Sister, "We're not gonna take it," or they're putting like
It-
fucking Childish Gambino, fucking "This Is America" for their fucking ads. It's like, do you know what those songs are about, my guy? Do you even hear it?
My favorite is hearing "We're not gonna take it," and it's like you're the corporation using the song that's against the corporation. Like,
Yeah, it's literally about you and
it's-
us not taking
dude,
it.
it's how do you fucking like? Oh my god, it's so
funny.
fucking wild, dude.
It's so funny. You hear so many songs like that. Like, what was another one that people totally fuck up the meaning about? And like the guy even talks about it, and he's like, "Oh, bro, you guys can have whatever meaning you want." But which one is it? It's oh my god, fuck,
I don't think that's the song title.
bitch. I'm trying to think of the thing I just forgot. Okay,
Well,
you go, Mr. Smarty
You
Pants.
forgot the thing that you were thinking of forgetting. So I mean, like, clearly it didn't work.
You go,
Okay.
bitch. Cunt.
In the Air by Phil Collins.
Oh, that's right.
People think that it was about a guy. It was about him writing a song about a guy who watched another man drown and didn't help, and then invited him to the front row of a concert. It's not.
He's
It's
dead.
about-
Why would you
yeah.
invite him to the front row of a concert?
No. It's he invited the guy who watched the other guy drown to death.
Oh.
in the front of his concert.
Well, that
and
makes more
paraded him.
sense.
That's not what happened. That's actually like the whole song is an inside look on his really hard divorce that he was going through at the time.
What about fucking Susu Studio? What is that about then? Because there's nobody named Susu Studio.
I don't.
Let's
I
be
don't
real.
know. I can't fucking tell you that one.
That's got to be like a car or something that he just
I
fucking
can't
named
tell
or
you,
something.
like-
Because
And you know, there's a few Elton John songs out there that are like that.
bro, all Elton John songs are.
Like it's
All of
fucking wild.
What is it? There's another one by Queen that people mistake. It's either, is it I Want to Break Free, or is it The Show Must Go On, where he's basically talking about like the end of his life, and people think that he's talking about like a celebration, like he's actually like celebrating something. It's like, no, he's talking about him dying, bro. He's literally gonna die in 48
It's got
hours.
to be The Show Must Go On because.
Oh, yeah, it's The Show Must Go On.
I want to break free. Is I want to break free.
The fact that he
And
does
people use
cross-dressing, amazing.
And that's another one, isn't that about him like coming out?
Yeah.
And so people use that as like a song of like, oh, I just want to get out and do whatever I want.
Uh-huh.
It's about like, dude, he's coming out and being gay.
Yeah, he's actually like trying
Like,
to.
It was about him not confining to the record label.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's not. Well, that's part of it, because the record labels didn't want anybody to come out as gay. Even Rob Halford had that issue with Judas Priest, and they had a huge issue where he came out as gay, and people were like, "Well, nobody's gonna like a gay rock star. Are you kidding me? We just do everything in our power to emulate his drip." You know what I mean? But we had. Wait, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
it's such a wild thing too, because like people take and cut portions of these songs, and it's a thing that people do because they want to hear what they only hear what they want.
Right.
Is basically it. Like back in the day, in order to find like the secret meanings of these songs, you had to backmask these motherfuckers. Like people were like, oh, backmask it. You know, you'll hear satanic messages, or you'll hear this, or you had to put. Now people just are blatantly getting the meaning and ignoring it. So it's like,
Yeah, you're giving the meaning out, and they're just like purposely like not listening to it, and then they go, "Oh, I wonder what happened here." It's like, I wonder what happened here.
There are songs like "I Want to Break Free" is a perfect example of
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, you can definitely mix that up. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
But like afterwards, it's like that's not what he's talking about. And when you listen to the lyrics, the only way it makes sense is if he's talking about coming out.
right. You get the same thing with like, what is it? Like so many people like label Creedence Clearwater Revival as the most American band ever and everything. I was like, bro, they hated all of y'all. They literally hated all of y'all. Fortunate Son was not about a soldier's life or anything like that. It was literally him saying, "Fuck you." Like, why don't the senators sign up their kids for active duty?
Mhm.
That's literally what it was about. It's like
Fortunate Son's in every Vietnam
Every
war
Vietnam.
movie because of the fact that it was the actual protest song that people used because he's saying it ain't me.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy that's gonna go out there. Like that's it. Like, and people use it as like it's a war song. It's like It's a protest song.
It's a protest song. We're protesting.
It's like if people used Rage Against the Machine in order to get votes for the fucking governor.
They do. They did.
Oh my god.
They did. They did Bulls on Parade, and I'm like, oh god. They also did, what was it? Killing in the Name of. I was like, oh god. How do these people become officials without reading lyrics?
To be fair, they're more rage for the machine now.
Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah, they're more rage for the machine.
Rage for the Machine.
Yeah, I can see it. I love when people do that though, because like when you sit there and you tell them like, hey dude, that's not what it's about, what you think it's about. Oh yes it is.
Yeah, and then they get all like defensive and everything. It's like,
like listen man, don't get me wrong, okay? You're fucking stupid. And then you explain to them why they're stupid, and then they keep getting mad about it. It's like, dude, you can't be dumb and mad. You got to pick a fucking struggle.
shout out to the last band we made fun of. We made fun of Metallica pretty hard. One of their songs was on this list as well. One was thought of to be originally because of drugs. It's like, no, he's literally, yeah, dude, yeah. I saw that on a Reddit forum. They're like one is about drugs, and I'm like, what?
It's
What do
not
you
about
mean?
drugs.
They dude, they.
He talks about how it's taken his sight. Like he's literally like dying as the song's going on.
Literally in a hospital bed.
He's screaming out, "Someone please save me!" Like,
yeah, and they think it's about an overdose. Some people again, I can't say all of them, but it's one of the ones that I decided to mention because I love that song, and because on the Reddit thread, it was literally talking about how it was about drugs for the same reasons that it's taken my sight, all that stuff and everything. I'm like, that's not what he's talking about, man. That's not what he's talking.
But the part even right before is landmine has taken my sight, and it's like, unless the fucking drug was a grenade, or unless like you consider war on drugs part of that.
Where did you come up with it?
Where did you fucking tune?
Yeah.
Math ain't mathin', homie. Go back to second grade.
Math ain't mathin'. Is what I said. Like they had the same thing for what is it? They had the same thing. Obviously, Pumped Up Kids. Pumped Up Kicks. I think we talked about it last time on the podcast. But another one is Some Nights. Some Nights from Fun. People think it's like this huge war song, and it's like, oh, he's talking about himself and touring, and they're like, no, he's not. It's like, he literally said that that's what it's about. He literally said that it's about war, about touring. I'm sorry, not war. About him and touring and how he feels. It's like,
what was the one that we were talking about from the last episode? It was by Beck. Girl by Beck, where he talks about the what is it, the green-eyed girl?
The sun-eyed girl.
Sun-eyed girl, and it's about him killing this bitch.
No, it's supposed to be about a stalker.
Oh, it's
a stalker, and he's singing, and so many people think that he's like,
it's a love song.
Not a love song, but it's like supposed to be like a funny song about him having a crush, and it's like, no, he's stalking her, bro. Like, listen to the fucking lyrics, my guy. Like,
listen to the fucking. It's just such a weird, like.
She spits on the sand where her bones are bleaching. Like some people are like, oh, dude, that could be a tan. You don't bleach your bones when you tan. You bleach your skin. Just saying.
And oh my god,
we mentioned that one.
Okay.
We mentioned that one. Oh, which by the way, me and Aaron, we have to make a formal apology to the fucking podcast community because when we originally talked about and it wasn't Sting, it was Police.
The Police.
The Every Step You Take, and we were like, Police on that creepy shit. Did he kind of stay away from it? Nope, it's the reverse. Did he be batting that shit around in between the legs like all the time?
He
was
mashed
on that
them
creepy
fucking
shit.
genitals all over that place.
He
bro.
was on that creepy shit. Police, we are so sorry, my guy. We are so sorry that we accused you. You were talking about P Diddy, and we ignored you. Damn,
we apologize, man. That was our bad.
Rough.
That was our bad. No Diddy.
No Diddy. I hate you.
Them's fucking bricks, bro. Like it's wild. Like it's just such a crazy fucking thing to sit there and be like, I've listened to this song. Like the first time you listen to it and you're like, oh yeah, this song hits hard. It's about this. If you're listening to this song 3-4 times, you caught the lyrics.
Yeah.
You caught them.
Oh yeah, you caught him for sure.
You caught them. And if you're fucking sitting there being like, well, I'm gonna look them up. Well, then you're gonna know what they fucking mean. Like,
Yeah.
What is it? Everybody thinks, and this is one of my favorites. Black Sabbath's Iron Man was about Ozzy Osbourne. It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
He comes out with a song fucking years later, fucking albums later, when he's Ozzy Osbourne instead of fucking Black Sabbath, saying, "I'm not the Iron Man." Like literally in the lyrics, and people were like, "Yeah, he's the Iron Man."
He's the Iron Man. It's like, no, you missed all that. Everything that you think you did, you missed it.
I've never had any of this.
Bro, dude, go on Reddit. Like, spend some time on Reddit with like newer fans and stuff. Spend some time on Reddit.
But
oh
it's,
my
to
God.
be fair, you also don't spend any time with people.
True vibes.
You know why?
No, I've known why, motherfucker. I just have to do it because otherwise, like,
Tyler has to spend his
Jail.
time in this cave.
yeah.
What about jail?
I said, I have to fucking pretend to be nice to people because if I don't, jail.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else. I was gonna be like,
No,
my
you-
guy.
No, this isn't one of those lyrics that, like, you get mixed up with and then fucking put it on your wedding photo. It's about fucking crazy shit.
Although, which kind of like begs to differ with all the OnlyFans like accounts. We're just gonna like at people's funerals just be looking at pictures of their like snatch and shit of like their box just splayed out in the middle of nowhere.
The only picture we could get was of her asshole.
The only video that we could get of her doing something was of her twerking without a bikini. And we had to pay like $10.99 for it. Is there any way we could just like show it? Because we put the money in.
It's weird. It costs less than Netflix, dog, which means that, like, I can see your asshole for less than Netflix.
Yeah, dude, there's some girls that are like, you can't be talking to me like that. I'm like, I can talk to you however I want if I've seen the ridges of your fucking starfish for $3.99. If I had to pay pay-per-view
$3.99. First of all, you're fucking
you're less than a cup of coffee
and you're
a day.
running a fucking sale. All right, like you see that shit, right? They're running sales. It's like, you either don't have the clientele you need, or you're charging more than what you're worth.
If you're a straight girl right now, charging $3.99, I just want you to know that there's transsexuals that outmake you by $30. just flat out,
That's that flat rate, right?
that's that big dick rate. I'm sorry.
To be like, why would you only buy one when you can get both? I guess.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, why not both?
Yeah, that's a 2-for-1 special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
you
no,
get a fucking
like
deal. Everybody's about deals.
no, dude, seriously. Like, how do you go to a funeral with that, and just all of a sudden it's like the only video that we could find of her is like her
The only
like,
video we could
throating
find
a
of-
massive black dick. What do we do with this?
The only
Can we
video,
just like?
the only video we could find of your 86-year-old grandma was her
gawking.
getting
I don't
fucking
know what to
gangbanged, bro. Like,
She had like 30 guys in her. At once, all at the same time.
we wanted to play a clip for you, but unfortunately we couldn't.
But
'cause it's-
Instagram won't allow us due to guideline policies.
like, she's not allowed to be buried in the church. You know this, right? Like, we've seen these videos. I was a subscriber for like a month,
Bro.
just sitting there being like,
It's like she was a wonderful, innocent woman, and a porno starts of her starting off in a Girl Scout outfit. You're like, oh man.
she was always kind, and she was very innocent.
Obviously, she was helping the community.
yeah,
right. The whole community.
She spent a lot of time. She spent a lot of time with the football team, and she was.
Community outreach.
Or you know what?
She just touched people in a special way.
But
Team player.
she took it all for the team. You know what I mean? No, they're like, but also like, what about like those alpacas, those fucking Edgar guys that have the fucking hair like an alpaca? Like, how are you gonna post their pictures in the funeral? Like, they all look like fucking a Dexter's Laboratory evil villain. They all look like a boy version of Edna. Like, how do you just fucking post that and go, yeah, bro, that's fine. This is your picture. That's like, bruh, you look like a twig with an olive on your head. Like, how do you fucking do that shit?
Who fucked up your head, dog? Like,
You look
need to
like
go get your-
Cusco in between changing into a llama. But no, like seriously, people, like, listen to the lyrics. If you guys can stare at buttholes for a minute for $3.99, you guys can just look up lyrics. They're free.
That's the thing. It's not like it's like something that irritates me. Like, I don't give a fuck less. It's not even like your ignorance bothers me. It's just I find it extremely hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious.
When I'm sitting there watching or listening to a song that talks about the breakup, and you're sitting there being like, I'm going to dance to this song with my girlfriend who I love very much. Guess what, motherfucker?
If you're dancing to that song, it's going to be the last song you dance to.
It's just, and the thing is that for the longest time, a lot of us probably thought that too.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a few songs where I was like...
I think like for the first like 3 or 4 times I listened to Good Riddance, honestly, I was like, yeah, I mean, like, it seems like it's just like he's separating from this person and he's really sad. Turns out, no. He just really was upset at the fact that she decided that they both were like fucking gone.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
And
no,
like,
for real.
Like, just read start off with the title, right? If you read the title and something says Mary on a Cross.
But that's the thing. Because you can edit the sound on TikTok, someone probably heard it off of the profile of this band and then uploaded it and put it Mariana instead of Mary on a Cross.
They can always edit the actual sound.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, of
they
course.
slowed it down, they sped it up.
Slow it down, speed it up, kind of add more reverb to it so it sounds further away.
Yeah.
You know, change the voice a little bit so that it sounds that way. We've seen it done every single way, right? And if you just listen to that lyric, of course you're gonna be like, oh, okay, well it's Mary on a Cross. But like, if you're sitting there and you're doing it because it's trending, like you still don't have the excuse. Like that's a very blasphemous song. Like to fucking play in a church. Like, don't get me wrong, do whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, we've all been kicked out of churches. I've been kicked out of church for Disciple.
Just understand what you're fucking saying.
Yeah. Like, one of the most appropriate songs that I could see, like, there's this trend where babies were falling off, like, not windows, but they were falling off of things. And it's like, okay, cool. Play Eric Clapton's song. His son fell off of a building and splat. Like, okay. Like, we can get that. Like, that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it was at the 13th-story window. He was dead when he leaned back. Like, it was gone. There was no way to recover that football at all. But, like, you can at least, like, make it, like, that's appropriate. Like, that makes sense. Like, okay, cool. Bet. Awesome. Like, one of those Instagram stories where you have to put, like, see video and it's a bunch of kids dying. You want to put pump the kicks to that? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like those shooter videos that you see all the time?
Yeah.
Where it's like
okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I get
man,
it.
like,
I get it. Like, that's appropriate.
That's very appropriate.
How inappropriate would it be to put 24 karat magic to a guy getting shot in the face hole? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just see a little 9-year-old.
You just watch. Bah!
Yeah. A little fucking kid just... He flies. I'm sorry. Oh, God. That was got to be the funniest thing that you've said so far. Oh, shit.
Well, fuck you.
I mean that with all the hatred in the world. That was the funniest thing you've said.
Oh, shit.
Bro. Like, you can't... Like, imagine trying to, like, listen... Like, this is how inappropriate these songs are. Imagine trying to watch, like, a dude rock climbing, and all of a sudden you hear Versace on the floor. You just... Ooh! And he's, like, just reaching. It's like... Nope. Wrong song, man. Just... Why can't we have, like, an action song? You just... You know what I mean? You have 50 Cent shooting bitches, and all of a sudden, like...
Or Fallen from fucking Volbeat.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about your dad, and it's like... Shot, break leg. It's like... No, that doesn't fit. That's not an appropriate thing. Like, you know, you can't do certain things for that specific reason. Like, you know what I mean?
Don't get me wrong. Do whatever the fuck you want. And
Like-
and let me be 100% transparent on this. Do whatever the fuck you want.
No.
But understand that
No,
I
no.
get to call you an idiot on top of that because
No.
I want to do that.
Don't do whatever you want. Because if someone puts a More Human Than Human by Rob Zombie, at least the intro, to, like, kids playing on a swing, we're going to have a fucking legal problem everywhere. Everywhere. And for people who haven't heard More Human Than Human, it's literally the beginning a girl orgasming.
Yeah.
And that is not appropriate on any of the 50
That's a lot
states.
of White Zombie songs.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. There's a lot of
That girl got laid a lot.
Which is fucking wild because, like, have you seen her lately?
Who? Rob Zombie's girlfriend?
No, Sean Usold. Wasn't she the original white zombie chick?
No, but the girl moaning wasn't white.
Oh, that was Sherry Moon on
Yeah.
that one? Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were together back then.
Yeah. You think he would just not fuck? You think he was fucking Air that whole tour? Or what?
I gotta be honest with you, man. I don't know. I just figured that was Sean Usold.
Yeah. No. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Huh.
Which is the song fucking... Oh my god, there's a song on a fucking album on Appetite for Destruction that I was going to bring up because it was a moaning girl and she's on there. And the funny thing is that Axl Rose is actually fucking this girl and it's Steven Adler, the drummer, like the one who drugged himself retarded. He literally sounds like a Down syndrome guy. Like literally, go talk to him, and he's like, yeah, the way I played "Welcome to the Jungle." You're like, bro, you did all the heroin. You fucked up the spice cabinet from here, dog. From here,
Your last brain cell is fucking struggling,
bro.
my
You
guy.
took everything. You took the cayenne. You took everything. All just straight up, dude.
Man
That's
was
all
like,
you did.
What is that? Celery?
But celery. You're so dumb. You're so fucking dumb. I hate you. But no, like Axl Rose is like giving her the bone, so to say, giving her them old dust and bones.
We're all adults here. He was fucking plowing.
Dude. And then
He was
they were
full
and they
force
recorded
fucking.
it. And they recorded it. And the worst part about it is that imagine for like a tour and a half he had to play while that backing track of his girlfriend who cheated on him was playing in the background.
I just don't know why nobody beat the fuck out of him. Like,
Out of Axl?
yeah.
Because he was a fucking lawyer.
So?
I don't know what you thought that was gonna happen. What?
I don't know, man. I feel like there's something you could have done to got around that.
And speaking of Axl, like fucking one of the last songs that I'm gonna bring up here is fucking which one was it? Oh my god.
I don't know, dude. You
My
didn't bring it
memory,
up.
dude. I'm fucking developing Alzheimer's. We did Mr. Brownstone. We did Mr. Brownstone, and then we had another one, Get in the Ring. A lot of people were talking about Get in the Ring, which I don't know how they fucking did that. Because that's right, because the radio edited the part
You
where
just had a conversation with yourself,
myself.
my
Yeah,
guy.
dude,
I
fuck-
was just
hey,
like,
dude, leave me
you
and myself
had
alone.
You had a whole process right now.
Leave me and myself alone. We talk, all right?
Them's was the 5 stages of fucking death right
Of
before.
grief,
Yeah.
just right there.
You're
No,
just like acceptance, bargaining.
no,
anger.
No. They made a song called "Get in the Ring," and in the actual fucking radio version, they cut out the part where Axl Rose is cussing at all these CEOs from like companies, like music companies, recording studios, even fucking magazines and stuff. And so many people thought that song of "Get in the Ring" was actually about a fight. Was actually about fighting. It's like nothing in those lyrics show that. Nothing at all. Nothing in that lyric, minus "Get in
If
the
you
Ring,"
want the
was
king-
that.
If you want the king of double entendres for songs, bro, it is Kiss by leaps and bounds. So many people don't like they have to like know by now that their songs are about sex and drugs.
Minus Detroit Rock City.
Detroit Rock City was, I think, the only one.
Not the only one, but it's one of the songs where it's literally about a guy who died on the way to a kiss. He Tylered on the way to kiss almost.
Oof. Oh yeah, I remember because the whole start is he gets in a car accident.
Yeah.
And Detroit Rock City plays.
For all those people who don't know, our tech guy did suffer a car accident. He's fine, obviously, but
He's a little
he's there.
fucked up, but he's okay.
And he was fucked up before that. He was way fucked up before that.
We still love him.
We still love him.
God bless his special heart.
And then he deleted all the files.
He's no longer our tech guy now. Just after this
He
joke,
just quit.
no.
No, just kidding. He's literally leaving.
But
No, we're kidding. We're kidding. He's
Circling
here.
back
We
around,
love
I
him.
really do feel like if you're gonna take the songs, you don't read the lyrics, you put them to something that might be inappropriate.
Yeah.
You have every right to do that, but you also have every right for people to call you out on it and be like, dude, that's not what that song means, and tell you. Like, it is better to tell people and enlighten them, like, hey, bro, those lyrics aren't about that, or hey, like that. But be open to that, because if you don't know the song, don't pretend just because
Yeah.
you added it to something.
You end up fucking up all the Latter-day Saints because you fucking played Disciple in the middle of synagogue and shit. I don't even know that any of those matched, but whatever.
I mean, God hates us all in a synagogue is pretty much the same thing as God hates us all in a church.
Yeah. Shout out to Lance. Lance, my buddy Lance, my guy. He actually got kicked out of church when he was like.
I met Lance, right?
Yeah, you met Lance.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
Lance.
he's the army guy, the one that doesn't
Oh,
die.
the one that was talking about Diablo 3.
Yeah, Diablo 3.
Yeah, what a
So-
good dude.
So did what? Did he what? Did I
He's
eat
talking
sword?
about Sword and Lance.
Oh, sword and I hate you. I fucking hate you. Ugh. Anyway, my buddy Lance.
I got it.
Shout out to Lance. He was the one who got kicked out because you remember back in those trends, those days, bitch, fucking. We're used to fucking that thing eyeballed me weird. We're used to fucking
You
record.
have done all the drugs and you need to stop.
We're used to record like
This is my 87th podcast today.
bitch. Listen to me.
I've had 10 podcasts and 1 bathroom break.
I'm running on 3 cans of Monster and 2 pre-workouts. Don't fuck with me right now, bro. I will
dude-
fuck. I will
you're-
fuck up the time,
you're
the
like-
space-time continuum right now.
Fuck God hates us all. You're ready to fight that motherfucker.
No, so during that trend where you used to record songs like on the speaker and stuff to put them on your phone,
Yeah.
as like a voicemail or like a ringtone or whatever. When we all had bad quality fucking songs
Yep.
on there, most guys did it for rap. My buddy Lance did it for Disciple, and he recorded that part and he had it really loud on his phone, and he's sitting there. And he's sitting there like recording it and stuff, right? Or like, not recording it. He's sitting there in church, and we're with his mom. And all of a sudden, a call comes through from his ex-girlfriend, and it starts playing "God Hates Us All" as loud as it can. We were personally escorted by some very intimidating people wearing robes.
Which is really like ironic when you think about it.
Yeah,
Because how are you going to be?
because literally
intimidating-
God hated us all.
Yeah.
Like on that day.
Yeah, and then to top that off, like, how do you get someone who's intimidating and in robes?
Yeah, like how do you get a buff priest?
Like, he just walks out. He's like, "In Thy name I lift."
in thy name I lift. Dost thou squat?
I have hoisted up the sins of many.
Dost thou hoist?
I have.
Do you
That
even
man-
fucking Leviosa,
That
bro?
man wrestles with fucking demons, like, for real.
Dude. When he talks about an exorcism, he starts doing MMA on the person. Just fucking arm bars and shit.
Exercise.
He's like, you need to go for an exorcism. Got you. Fucking starts lifting. You're like, bruh.
In
One
the
more
name
time?
of the Father, the Son, and the pump. It's just wild.
That's funny shit. And the holy pump.
Thou shalt not skip leg day.
That's funny shit.
It's a good one. I think this is a good place to fucking cut it off, to be honest with you.
I think it's all right.
Well, thanks for listening, guys. Let us know what you think. If there's any songs that you feel like we were mistaken on, or if you have anything else that you want to add to that.
You'd be wrong, but we'd still listen.
Yeah, absolutely. Sean, what do you want to do for next week's podcast?
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that one out. We'll keep you guys posted. Bye.
Peace out.